Okay, here we go. So, who's better at lip syncing, Milli Vanilli or Don Henley? I'm going to have to go with Milli Vanilli because they won a Grammy for like Best New Artist and never sang a note. So, there's a difference there. They never sang at all. So, studio singers sang their songs. So, all they ever did was lip sync. So, I've seen this comparison a few times, but Milli Vanilli, they took lip syncing to a whole new level and that they never sang the song even in the studio anytime. So, well, Don is lip syncing to something he already sang. So his lip syncing skills don't have to be quite as good as Milli Vanilli. I don't think he's won a Grammy for lip syncing. On top of all that, I think it's atrocious. Some people have interpreted remarks in another video I made that I'm somehow supporting Don Henley or supporting what he's doing, and I'm not. I think it's horrible. I can't stand it. I remember way back when I first knew lip syncing was a thing. I remember I was 10 or 11 years old watching an American Bandstand for the first time that I actually was paying attention or was thinking about music. I was really into music. I watched this music show and they've got these bands on there and they're just pretending. I'm like, why are they doing that? What's the point of that? Just play their record or something. Why are they standing there pretending? Can't they really play? So then I just started noticing, I started watching other shows, and even my parents used to watch Lawrence Welk, and I would watch that. And sometimes they were lip syncing or faking it on that show, which a lot of times that seemed like it was live, but they would have a guest performer come in, and I guess they would bring a track and they would pantomime to a track. I always thought it was so ridiculous. Like, why are they doing that? And then even Hee Haw and these other shows, Porter Wagner show, every so often there's a performance on there. A lot of it's live, and then there's these pantomime performances. And anyway, since I was a young kid, that always bugged me, and I hated that. And then as I got older and I got to be a musician and actually played in gigging bands, we never used click tracks, we never used backing tracks, definitely never used any kind of vocal tracks. And but I remember in the '80s, in the mid '80s, I was at a company Christmas party at a country club, and a famous regional band was playing there, the Embers. And I heard these horn parts, and I'm looking around. There's a guy holding a saxophone, but he's not playing it very often. But there's these distinguished horn parts. So I go around where I could see the keyboard player. No, he wasn't doing it. I was like, man, I can't believe they're, well, what's going on here? So I talked to a friend of mine that's sort of in that business, played in another regional band. Oh, yeah, they're using tracks now. They're using backing tracks. Man, I just couldn't believe it. I was floored by that. And that was in the '80s. And since then, it's become so commonplace. It's just mind blowing how many bands, and even you see people accepting it, even people that are totally blown away by the Eagles faking it, being they're such a well known vocal group. It's probably the worst you could think of to fake the vocals. But even a lot of people I see, musicians, they just totally support. Like backing tracks are now just completely accepted thing. That just faking the music, being up there and faking the music is okay. And I just do not think it's okay. And I don't want anybody to think that I somehow support the Eagles faking their shows. My only point is that we are to this point. It's a reality in 2024 because we've accepted it for so long. You accept it. Oh, that's a TV show. It's fine. They can lip sync on a TV show. Why is that fine? Why is that okay? Why is it okay that all these pop stars, and I really think a lot of people just don't know. So the average Joe Public that goes to a concert, he would have no clue if it wasn't for these guys doing this analysis, this technical analysis of the vocals, showing that it's an exact copy, that humans can't do it. And even some people present with that evidence, they still don't believe it. And plus, I've tried to discuss or have discussed this issue with a few non-musician friends. Musicians' friends seem to be all universally disgusted by the idea. Non-musician friends, it's just nerdy stuff. They don't know what you're talking about. I don't really believe that. Yeah, but there's scientific evidence. Well, so what? I don't believe that's nerdy stuff. Yeah, so still lots of people don't really believe it or understand it or would know the difference. And if you look at the traction that this issue is getting, so I've been looking through YouTube and the videos that are getting a lot of views, and some are in the hundreds of thousands now exposing this. But if you go search for videos of vocalists that put on a really bad performance, somebody like David Lee Roth, maybe, didn't do the greatest performance that he did way back in the day. Or I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I've seen, but I went and looked through a bunch of them, maybe some of the hair bands that have tried to come back and do live vocals. And they have millions of views, millions and millions of people comment, oh God, he's horrible, he sucks. And I really think that's what's led us to this direction. And that's the point I've been trying to make, is that I hate it when these guys do it. I think it's an absolute fraud. They're stealing money from people by going to a concert and playing backing tracks, or especially playing vocal tracks. They're just ripping people off. But the general public is accepting, they want to go and have an experience. So when they go, the old people like me that go to an Eagles concert, I would say on that concert, a huge percentage of them are diehard Eagles fans. They love the music, and they're really, really going to care about this stuff. They're really, wow, he's not really singing. That's really going to hurt them, that they paid all that money, or they've been such a big fan and they've just been ripped off. But then there's another huge percentage of the people that go there that, it's date night. They're going to this concert. Oh, this is so great. It sounds so great. They're having fun. They're drinking beers. They're with their friends. And as far as the fact whether the guy's actually singing or not, they don't care. They really don't care. So that's the part that bugs me more than anything, is that you have these, I've seen other people point out, these superstar artists that, I hate to diss on certain people, say Taylor Swift, but she's got, like 200 and some million followers on social media or something. But people claim that she's faking it. Now, I have seen somewhere that showed her where she stopped and started a song, her an acoustic guitar. But I did watch bits and pieces of her concert, and the band is non-existent. My wife was watching. Oh yeah, they've got a band. I said, where? See that every so often you can see a flash of light in the background, and then maybe there was some drums back there or something. But the band part of it, is either non-existent, or they're just so hidden. They're like in the orchestra pit of a Broadway show or something. Anyway, that's my little addition to this controversy. So I welcome the criticism and the comments about how I don't know what I'm talking about. That's fine with me. It helps expand my understanding, and maybe it helps me to communicate a little bit better. So as you can notice, I'm not a monetized channel. I'm not some big YouTube guy. I'm just an average Joe guy trying to learn how to make videos, and this is how I'm doing it. And so, any kind of feedback is fine with me. So thanks a lot. Bye.